So it has been 8 weeks since I got my dentures. I want to comment. I got on there today to try to catch up on some comments I got behind on. And I want to say this first off. I have been on YouTube since, I think it was June when I started my YouTube journey. Not necessarily that journey. I was doing videos on makeup prior to this. But then I started filming my denture journey, okay? I want to say this very, very clearly. I have never had to deal with any negativity on here. I had a few people making comments about what I was saying about my dentist, not my dentures. But I hadn't dealt with any negativity until now. I have a lady on here, and I'll expose her because why not? Her name is Cheryl Artery, I think is what her name is. Honey, I have been on here since June, haven't dealt with a single bit of negativity. People are actually happy that I'm sharing my journey and what I'm going through with my dentures. Am I proud to say that I'm 37 years old, turning 38 in December with dentures? Yeah, I am. You want to know why? Because I struggled my whole life with oral problems with my teeth. Starting when I was younger, my mom had to take me to the dentist, and I had silver caps put on my teeth. When I became an adult, those silver caps never came off. So when I got my adult teeth, they grew in behind and crooked around that silver cap that I had over my molar. So when I was 21, they removed that molar and the molar that had grown behind it, and I was left with a crooked fang. That was due to poor oral care when I was a child. So how is it my fault as a child that my teeth were neglected? No, that's not my fault. I was a child. Okay? Second of all, yes, as an adult, I should have took better care of my teeth. I know that. But that's my problem, not your problem. Why does it affect you so much that I have dentures? Would you see, if you saw a man on the street and okay, here's an example. If you saw a man on the street and that man had to have his leg amputated or his foot cut off because he had an infection, didn't take care of it, and didn't go to the doctor, would you walk up to that man and say, oh my God, you look like shit because you didn't take care of your infection on your foot and you got your foot cut off? No, you wouldn't do that, and you damn sure wouldn't walk up to me in public and say, oh my God, you're 37 years old and you got dentures. Or, people don't know how to take care of their teeth these days. Yeah, I didn't take care of my teeth. And FYI, back in 2018, I married a Mexican whose name was Jesus. Amazing human being. I didn't give a shit if he was Mexican, if he was black, if he was green, if he was yellow, if he was red. That man was amazing to me. And in 2019, he began the process of paying to have my teeth fixed. I went to a Colombian dentist in Columbus, Indiana. That dentist was beginning to fix my teeth. He was doing root canals on all of my top teeth, and he hadn't gotten to the bottom teeth yet. My bottom teeth could have been saved. I could have kept them, and I could have gotten a set of partials. I didn't want to. I wanted a full set of dentures. That way I was not getting a upper and later on getting a lower, and then my dentures didn't match. So I just went ahead and let them pull them all. That dentist was fixing my teeth. My teeth looked amazing. until 2 years I separated from him in 2020 because he beat the shit out of me for 4 hours one night. He punched me and punched me and punched me for 4 hours. So I left him. After I left him, I did not go back to the dentist. 2 years after I had those root canals done, my 2 front teeth were crumbling. The filling on this tooth had broken off. My back teeth were crumbling. I was brushing my teeth. There was nothing I can do about it. They were crumbling apart because they were dying from me having root canals done. I am not angry with any of my other creators on here. Any of my other followers on here. I am not angry with my other subscribers. I am angry because somebody decided to get on here and talk shit because she didn't like that I had dentures at 37 years old. Well, it's my mouth. Why is it what I'm doing with my mouth affects you so much? Why is it that I can eat a pack of Oreos now and not have to worry about being in pain? Or chewing with no molars on my bottom because through the years I had molars taken out because they were hurting me. I have bad genetics. My mother had her teeth taken out at 37. Yes, it is possible that you can have bad genes and your teeth crumble. It's called gum disease. My mom had it, I have it. Still have it. Well, I don't know if I really have it anymore because I soak my dentures overnight and brush them in a cup. My gums don't bleed anymore because I don't have no fucking teeth. So yes, and I went to a different dentist from the one I got different from the one I had got my dentures from, a dentist in Mooresville, Indiana. And the dentist literally told me because of the root canals that I had done, I was needing to get a crown. Do you know how much money a crown is? Okay, I'll explain it to you since you may not be from Indiana, or you may not have went to the same dentist I did. So maybe I'll explain it to you. It was gonna cost me $1,000 each session that I went to get crowns. I can't afford that. It is 2024 and everybody's struggling to buy food, let alone buying $4,000 worth of crowns in my mouth. I wasn't going to do that. So then I went to a different dentist and I just asked for dentures. She didn't recommend that. I went in there telling her that because of the root canals, my teeth are falling apart, which she did confirm and agree. And I asked her for dentures. And I want to make this perfectly clear to you. My teeth do not look like dentures. If I never told you guys that I had dentures, you would have never known that. I know that because I went to McDonald's the other day to get a shake and a medium fry, and the girl in the drive-thru said, "Oh my gosh, your smile is so beautiful." She said, "Your teeth are so beautiful." I said, "Thank you." She said, "You're welcome." That girl had no idea I had dentures. She said, "You have the most beautiful smile." Did I ever get complimented like that before? Yeah, I did. Before my teeth started crumbling. My issues with my teeth had started when I was a child. No, I have not gotten to all my comments, but for those of you that are commenting things, I just wanted to touch, that really pissed me off what that lady has said to me, and she really struck a nerve because I typically wouldn't have responded to these, okay? Typically I hide them and I remove them off my page. I make it to where they cannot see my YouTube videos anymore. But after that man had made that comment to me on YouTube, I have since deleted a lot of photos that I have actually liked before. In my, I had some videos and some pictures I actually liked of myself, and I looked at them and I saw what that man had said to me. So I have since deleted all the videos and the photos out of my phone because now I can't unsee what was said to me. I had a person comment, and I'm really sorry that you guys had to see this. That person really just struck a nerve for me. Just because people don't realize how sensitive and how hard it is for people to even put this on YouTube. People don't want to post that they have dentures, and there could be a girl on here, example, that's 21 years old that gets dentures because maybe it's genetics or anything. You don't know why somebody's getting dentures. People just assume it's because you didn't take care of your teeth. Well, yeah, that is part of the reason why I got dentures, because I did not take care of my teeth, and I wouldn't have needed all them root canals if I would have took care of my teeth before I went to that dentist. I went to that dentist because I didn't take care of my teeth, and I needed those root canals, and he was trying to fix my teeth. I left the person I was with, divorced him, and I couldn't go back to the dentist because that dentist didn't accept Medicaid. He was using the insurance for my ex-husband's work. So, you know, for the most part, yeah, the reason why I got dentures is because I didn't take care of my teeth, got root canals, and my teeth started crumbling. But a girl had comment on here. Well, we'll just start with the other comment I had read. I guess it was from the other day, and the person said, "What if I swallow my dentures?" Well, that's impossible. And if you're that worried if you're gonna swallow your dentures, then take them out at night. I did. But I don't know if that person was being a smart aleck or if they were sincerely asking that, but it's impossible that you swallow your denture. And then somebody else had comment and said they had just got their dentures and they were struggling with eating and struggling with keeping them in, and wanted to know what I suggested. I had these struggles in the beginning. The eating was the worst for me, and I survived off of ravioli in the beginning and SpaghettiOs and water mostly. Most of the time I just didn't want to eat. I just drank water for that day and I went to bed like that because I just did not want to eat. It was just so tender and painful and I hated it. And I did use a few times Orajel mouthwash, but I'll be honest, the majority of the time I did not eat. There was a whole weekend we went camping and I didn't eat one day when we went camping. I didn't even eat until that Sunday, just because there was nothing, one, I knew I could eat, and two, I didn't want to eat. I mean, everything was tender, it was painful. I didn't even understand why they could put some dentures on top of that painful sutured area. I was in so much pain. And then it came a point where I was eating toast without my teeth in. And you might say, well, how was you eating toast? Toast is crunchy. Well, I took the toast, put it in the toaster and toasted it, and then took the butter and I lathered it on both sides of the toast. Stuck it back in the toaster, took it out, and it was kind of soggy almost. It still had texture. It wasn't just mushy bread. It still had the thin layer of crunchy toast in between, but it was mostly saturated in butter, but it was the way I could eat it and I loved it. And I ate that the last week and a half before I put cushion grip in. Yeah, the beginning was the worst as far as keeping them in. You can try Benzodent. I tried that one time. I didn't like it, but I have a texture thing. I don't know how to explain to you, like textures and in my mouth. I can't do it. That's the reason why I couldn't use the pasty glue, because I didn't like that. When I pulled it off, it was just not for me. And it was the same with that Benzodent. But you can buy Benzodent on Amazon. And if you have a texture issue, you could use Orajel mouthwash or regular Orajel. Just on the sides. You don't want to stick it on the wounds, but you can stick it on the sides of your gum. I did use, I was watching a YouTuber at the time, or a TikToker, sorry, a TikToker named Sammy Lou at the time, and she was talking a lot about her journey and what she was doing, and it really helped me a lot. And if you have TikTok, I don't know if you do, but if you have TikTok, look her up. Her name is Sammy Lou. She's got blonde hair. She's really, really pretty. She helped me a lot. And if you go back in her videos, it's a little far down. I think she got hers done in February, or maybe it was somewhere in the beginning of the year she had hers done, and she was very, very helpful for me. And I also Googled, I also looked up on TikTok other YouTubers, other TikTokers that were talking about dentures, because I could not find anything on YouTube on dentures. It was so hard to find anything on YouTube. Most of what I found was on TikTok. But, you know, it hurt really bad putting them back in. I would take them out at night and then put them back in the day, and it hurt so bad putting them back in. It was super painful. Sometimes I didn't even want to put them in. Sometimes I didn't put them in all day long. Sometimes I went a whole day without wearing my dentures. And somebody had said something to me a while back about how I did that, because their gums swelled up and they couldn't put it back their denture. Well, I didn't lay flat on my back when I went to sleep. I laid with a blanket, a huge queen size blanket bunched up underneath from my lower back up to my head. So I was laying literally like this that night when I went to bed. So the swelling, I didn't have a lot of swelling in the beginning. I had the irritating gums, but I didn't have to worry about my denture swelling, my gum swelling up and my denture not going in, because I laid at an angle. When I got up in the morning, I sat up like I am now, and I was on the internet, I was on TikTok, I was on YouTube, I was doing stuff, I was talking on the phone, I was playing on my Switch, I was doing makeup videos. I mean, I was staying busy. I was not laying down all day. Drank a lot of water. Stayed moving around. So I didn't have to deal with a lot of the swelling and none of that, because I took care of that ahead of time. My dentist was giving me a lot of helpful tips. I had a jaw ice pack, and I put it around my face like this, and I kept ice in, there's packs in it, and I kept them in the freezer. There comes with 4, so I kept 2 in the freezer, and when the ones on my face heated up and they were no longer frozen, I stuck those back in the freezer and put the frozen ones back in. Yeah, I done a lot of stuff in the beginning to prevent a lot of things from happening, like my gum swelling up, my dentures not going in. And when I felt like they didn't want to go in, I maneuvered them around until they went in, you know. Another lady had said about my speech, how did I learn how to speak? Honestly, I was in my car singing a lot, and I talk a lot. I talk so much. I think my husband kind of gets annoyed with me sometimes, because he's like, And I know it's like he's tired of hearing me talk, but he doesn't want to tell me that because he knows it'll bother me. So he just says, and then he'll sit there on his phone, and I'll be like, did you even hear what I said? And he'll like, oh, and he's like, I was watching my video. What did you say? And that irritates me, but I talk to him so much when he comes home that I feel like sometimes he's tired of hearing me talk. Like, I am a talkative person. Like, I could sit there and talk for hours and hours and hours and hours at a time, and I would never get tired of it. And so I think that's a lot of the reason why, I've been able to, talk a little better now, because I talk so much. And then on top of that, I sing in my car, or if I'm cleaning my house, I play some music and I sing to my music. I call my mom and we'll talk for like hours at a time. Or I make a video and I talk, or I go on TikTok and I mouth to words of songs, and that helps. It's just practice. If you're not a talkative person, my suggestion would be singing. I think singing helped a lot. Yeah, sing a lot. I feel like that is very helpful. And even if you're just alone in the car and you play a favorite song of yours, just play it and play that song over and over and over and over again in the car, because that song is going to have the same words, so you're going to learn how to say those same words over and over and over again. I have a terrible habit of, I'll find a song I like and then I'll repeat it over and over and over again, and I'm constantly singing it over and over and over again, so I'm learning how to talk. Now, I still have found myself holding my tongue to the roof of my mouth, and I'm not meaning to do it. It's just that, like, I'm afraid that my denture's gonna fall out, so sometimes I catch myself doing it and sometimes I don't. Like right now, I can feel myself doing it. 8-week update. Honestly, guys, there's really nothing anymore I can update on. The bone spur I had is gone. I do still get scratches on this side of my mouth, and I feel like I should go in and get them to fix those areas, but after they messed up my denture the last time, I really don't want to call them back. I definitely need to go in there and get a soft reline. I really don't want to call them back. I'd rather just deal with the cushion grip and deal with a little bit of scratching that I deal with, and I like to call them butterfly edges on my bottoms. I'd like to deal with those than to have to go back into that dentist's office. I really feel like I pissed them off this last time, because Medicaid questioned me about a lab fee they charged me, and they questioned them and they couldn't prove that it was for a lab fee, so they had to reimburse me that money, plus they were supposed to reimburse me for the appointment after, and because they double dipped, they charged my insurance and me, but they didn't reimburse me that. My insurance kind of laid into their ass, and he wanted me to come back and get that $55, but I didn't go back for it. So for those reasons, I just don't want to go back. But, you know, I just deal with the cushion grip and the little issues that I have. Eating, I can eat anything I want. I just ate Oreos, which was something I couldn't do before. I ate a homemade pizza type thing I'd seen on TikTok the other day. It was like a tortilla shell, and you could put spaghetti sauce on it or whatever you want. I'm not a sauce person on my pizza. If I had my choice, I'd get a pizza without sauce. And I think it's just really, I don't like pizza sauce. It's just not my thing. But I just put tortilla with cheese and pepperoni and some crushed black olives, and I dipped it in French onion dip, and I thought it was tasty. Filled me up really fast. I had ran across a creator on TikTok, and she was complaining about her bottom denture, and she's eight weeks out like me. And I wanted to really tell you guys what I had said to her. She was struggling with her bottom denture not staying in, and was saying she didn't know if she put the adhesive powder in, and was unaware if it worked in time. And she let it sit long enough. She was upset about the food getting under the bottom denture. She was talking about the cushion grip not getting into certain areas, like it seeps out almost. I struggle with all those issues. The issue with the cushion grip, I struggle with. You know, it doesn't sit in certain areas, it seeps out. I don't know why. A denturist, she actually commented on it and said that your gums it takes 6 months for your gums to fully heal. And in that healing process, when you're using cushion grip, it's gonna seep out. And when your gums, if you didn't have any molars on the side and it seeps out, yeah, it's gonna seep out because there's nothing for it to grip onto, from my understanding, because your gums are receded. I don't know. I didn't really understand it. All I know is the last time I put the cushion grip in, it stayed better than it did the other times. She also struggled with the adhesive, and I had told her that, you know, I deal with that. I deal with the fact that I have to wait an X amount of time after I put the adhesive in to eat. A creator, a person on here had commented a while back and told me to use Secure and use the powder, wait an hour. Well, I don't use Secure because I don't like the way the paste feels in my mouth, but I do use the adhesive. And I wait an hour, if not more than an hour, before I eat anything or drink anything, because if I eat immediately after I do that, it'll pop right back out. And sometimes when I'm eating, it does. It pops up on one area, or it pops up a little bit, and I've had dentures for 2 months now. I ignore a lot of that. I have trained myself to ignore a lot of these issues. Denture popping up a little bit when I'm eating, or I'm drinking, it'll pop up a little bit. Anything acidic, it does it with. I ignore it. Eating, same. I mean, it'll pop up and I ignore it. So I told her this, you know, a lot of these issues you guys are having, I've gone through, and a lot of things you guys are going through, I ignore. Especially if you're a month out, if you're a month and a half out and you're having issues with your denture not sticking and it's popping up, or the grossness of the adhesive when you're pulling it out of your mouth and it's kind of still stuck there to the roof of your mouth. I ignore a lot of that. I just grab the denture toothbrush and scrub it off my gums, just because I don't like it. And how do I get my adhesive off? Especially when it's really stuck in there, this is a tip my husband gave me. I take a glass of hot water from the sink. If you can handle drinking coffee late at night, decaf coffee at night, or hot chocolate at night, this will do it too. That'll do it too, but I like to use water. Take some hot water from the sink, and it's sometimes I'll go the hottest I can go out of the sink. I take it and put it in my mouth, and I gargle it around like I'm doing mouthwash, and I spit it out. And I do that 3 to 4 times. Denture on the bottom pops up. And then I take my fingers and I put it back here, and then I pop my top off a little bit. Then I do the same thing with that water, and I keep doing it. I take my fingers back here, keep popping it down, and keep gargling that water until it completely pops off. Yeah, sometimes I have a little adhesive left behind, but then I'll just take that denture toothbrush and I'll scrub the roof of my mouth with it until that adhesive comes off. And sometimes it's still stuck in my denture. I used to scrub it out of my denture before I stuck it in the water in the solution, but now I don't even do that anymore. I just pop it right in the little denture cup, and I just throw my little tablet in there, my overnight tablet, and the next day I go in there, grab it, and it's like jelly, and it just slides right out. And that's how I get the adhesive out. I hope the cushion grip video helped a lot of you guys that were struggling with that and wondering about that. I really hope that helped some of you guys. Yeah, I can pretty much eat anything I want. There are some things that I choose to eat without my denture in. There's some things I don't like eating anymore. I don't like eating chocolate anymore because I hadn't had it in so long that now when I try to eat it's too sweet. I don't like the feeling of eating chips. But regular food I can eat no problem. Drink whatever I want. Yeah. This is still just as much a struggle for me as it is for all of you guys, okay? I'm adjusting because I'm not used to having to cut certain things out of my diet. I'm not used to dealing with a lot of what I'm dealing with. I'm not used to gluing in my teeth. I'm not used to having to worry about if my teeth are going to fall out. Just recently I started struggling with this. I have to actually glue them in now. I can't just walk around with them not glued in anymore because they literally fall out. I was laughing at my husband the other day and my teeth were just falling out of my mouth. It's a complete struggle for me. I'm gonna end the video here. I will make a sequel to this tomorrow, and let you guys know what the struggles I'm having. But this video is like 30 minutes long and I don't want it to be that long. So those of you that are on your new denture journey, congratulations on your denture. Do not let anybody drag you down. I've had 2 people now talk crap to me about my dentures. Do not let these people get to you. You are beautiful with your dentures. You are beautiful inside and out, and never let anybody tell you anything different. And your dentures look amazing. Those of you that are going through the process right now, trust me, it gets better. Don't let this get you down. I regretted everything, and now I don't. So it gets rough and you hate it at first, or you hate it in the middle, but trust me, it gets better. And those of you that are at the 2-month journey, if not later, congratulations, you guys made it past the crap, and we're in this together. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.